Hello everybody, this is Ron from Michael Burt's Barber Apprenticeship Program, and I'm going to show you how to fill out the OJT or on-the-job training forms for the program. Alright, now the form looks like this. It must be filled out monthly and turned in every month. Once it is filled out, you'll make a copy of it. The copy of it gets turned into either myself or Michael Burt, and we take that copy and we put it in your file. The original needs to go into a folder and it will stay at your station in your shop. This is an inspectable item. If you're not up to date with them or have them at your station when an inspector comes in, you and or your trainer will definitely get a fine. They're coming down hard on that. So make sure you're getting these done and turned into us and putting the original in your station. All right, so let's jump right into it. Now this example that I made it for March of 2023. All right, first thing you do with each form is you'll fill out this top section, your month, March, year 2023, and you'll write your name in. You'll write it, don't sign it, write it, because down here is where you sign. We do have like we have a stack of OJT forms that have been turned in where they didn't put anything up here, they didn't write their name, and we couldn't read their signature at the bottom down here, so we don't know who they go to, so they're not getting credit for it. All right, so make sure you get your name written in here and signed at the bottom. Okay, all right. This is March 2023, so each number going across the top right here, right? You'll see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Each number going down, each column represents that day of that month. So this first column is March 1st. The second column is March 2nd. Third one is March 4th. And so on and so forth, all the way across to the end of the month. This month happens to have 31 days, so it's all the way to the end of the month. Make sure you're paying attention to that, because, like, for example, last month there was only 28 days, and some people filled out days all the way up to the 31st. So when they did that, the 29th, the 30th, and 31st, they were just kind of creating days on the calendar that don't exist. All right, so make sure you pay attention to that. So what I do to help myself out, and will probably help with you guys, is I pull up my calendar on my phone. Like March 2023, March 1st was a Wednesday. That's why I have this little W up here. Second is a Thursday. Third is a Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and all the way through the end of the month. I just write these up top so I know what day of the week that is. All right. You have to give yourself 2 days off a week. All right. I know you're probably working more than 40 hours, but you can only get credit for 5 days a week and 40 hours a week while you are an apprentice. All right. So to make it easy, I just kind of gave myself Saturday and Sunday off up here on the top. The 4th and the 5th, see? I have them blacked out. That means these were my days off. Okay? And you can see the calendar start to develop there. You'll see I worked from the 1st through the 3rd. I had Saturday and Sunday off. Work 5 days, Saturday and Sunday off. Work 5 days, and so on. Right? And now you start to see the whole month there. Okay. These top 2 sections are what we're going to talk about first. This one and the one right below it that says shaves. Okay. Top section has hairstyling, permanent waving and chemical straightening, hair coloring and bleaching, haircuts, and right below it is shavings. All these top 2 sections is what counts against your 8-hour workday. All right. You'll see each section. For example, hairstyles right here. is broken down into 95 Ti, 450, and hours. All right. Don't worry about doing this Ti section on the top. Okay. Each section has one. We'll fill those out. Okay. That's technical instruction, and we'll do that. We want you to focus on the bottom two of each section. Right here and right here. Okay. For hairstyles, when you look, you'll see 450 and hours. For March 1st, for hairstyles, I put 4 hours and I put a 6 on top of that. Now the 6 represents how many operations I did, and the bottom number, that 4, represents how many hours it took me to do it. So for hairstyles, I'm saying I did 6 hairstyles in 4 hours, right? And I didn't do any permanent waves that day. I didn't do any hair colors. Haircuts, I'm saying in 4 hours I did 7 haircuts, right? Now when you are adding these going down, I have nothing for shaves neither for the first, okay? When you are adding these going down for your subtotals right here and right here, these two cannot be more than 8 hours, all right? So when you are adding them going down, the only parts you are adding is your hours. You're adding this one. You're adding this one, this one, this one, this one, and this one. Okay? When all those are added up, they cannot be more than 8 hours a day. Okay? Like, see, for example, hairstyles. On the first, I have 4 hours of hairstyles plus the 4 hours for haircuts gives my 8 hours for the day. That's why I can't put any down here for shaves. Now, I spread them out a little bit for the second. I'm saying I did 4 hairstyles in 2 hours. I'm saying I did 1 permanent wave in 1 hour. I'm saying I did 1 hair color in 1 hour. I'm saying I did 4 haircuts in 2 hours. And down on the bottom, I'm saying I did 3 shaves in 2 hours. All right. Now, when I add all my hours, this 2 for hours, plus this 1 for hours, plus this 1 for hours, plus this 2 for hours, that gives me 6 hours up here, plus my 2 hours I gave myself from shaving down here, and that's my 8 hours for that day. All right. I cannot go over 8 hours. When I add this subtotal to this subtotal, it cannot be more than 8 hours. I gave myself 2 days off here. Like here for the third, I'm just saying I did hairstyles all day. So I'm saying I did 8 hours of hairstyles, and I did 12 hairstyles in 8 hours. But since I have all 8 of my hours here, I can't put anything else for the rest of the day. I just carried that 8 down. All right. Then I gave myself 2 days off and went back to it. Up here, I'm saying I have 1 hour of permanent waves, 1 hour hair coloring, 3 hours of haircuts, and then down here, 3 hours of shaves. When you add all these hours, that's 5 up top, plus the 3 down the bottom, that's my 8 hours for that day. All right. And you'll do that all the way across for this whole month. Right here. Okay. Now, when you're done with that, make it to the 31st over here, which is a Friday. You'll add all these numbers going across, and that's going to give you this blue number right here. That's for this month. When I add these going across, that's saying I did 71 hairstyles in 47 hours for that month. All right. Then I'll add them going down, and that's going to give me 168. So I have 106. When I add the hours, I mean just the hours. When I add the hours going down, they gave me 168 hours for this month. This whole column is this month for March. All right. Here's where people start to get a little confused on how to add them up. These last two columns here. This month is March plus last month. Now the number from last month comes from this column right here, program totals. So next month in April, I'm going to take this number for program totals and it will be in this column, the 81, last month's totals. All right. I have it written over here on the side here, program totals. Program totals column will go in April 2023's last month column. So next month, this column, these numbers will be over here. And then I'll add this month plus that to give me my total accumulated hours for the program. This number, this program totals number, this whole column, it should get bigger and bigger every month. Every month, because that's showing all of your OJT forms added together. This month plus this month plus this month plus this month. So it should get larger every month. If it isn't getting larger, you're adding the wrong numbers. All right. Okay, let's move on down to this section. Additional technical instruction. Now this is stuff that you learn in class or you could be reading up on it on your own. All right, like laws and regulations, health and safety, disinfection and sanitation, anatomy and psychology and other training. Not sure what other training is, but I'm assuming anything that you learn that has to do with what you're doing. Okay, now you only need a total of 20 hours for laws and regulations, 45 hours for health and safety, 20 hours for disinfection, 15 hours for anatomy, and other training 100 hours. So just kind of put some hours in there every now and then, all right? And I put them on my days off. If you look at this top section, I have Saturday and Sunday off. So I'm saying I studied laws and regulations for an hour on Saturday. I didn't do it during the work week. Saturday and Sunday, I did an hour of other training and I did an hour of disinfection, all right? Same thing. You're going to add these numbers going down. And it's going to go right in the subtotal line right here. Nothing here, 0. I did 1 hour on the 4th. I just brought it down because there's nothing added to. I did 1 hour up here. There's nothing to add it to, so I just brought the 1 down. Saturday and Sunday. All right. See, I just carried it down. See that? That kind of looks like that 1 looks like a 2, but it's a 1. All right. That's not coming out. Wrong one. Let's try this. All right. Then you will do the same thing. Once you add them all going across here, nothing to add to, so there's a 1. Look, health and safety, 1, nothing to add to, so it's a 1. This is all this month. Down here for other training, I have 1 hour here, 2 hours on the 25th. That gives me 3 hours for this month. All right. For the last month column, I put whatever number was here last month over here. So I'm saying I had over here, up here, I'm saying I had the 2 last month. So I put that number here. 1 hour for this month plus 2 total hours from last month gives me 3 total. For April, this 3 will be in this column. And I'll add whatever I get this month plus that 3 is going to give me a higher number. All right. And you do that for all of these. Same as the top up here. This month, last month, and total program hours. All right. The very bottom of the form is your RSI. This is your Zoom classes. Okay? Related training. Now, we do Zoom classes every Monday from 10 to 12. We do 2 hours, but we give you credit for 3 hours every Monday. So you'll find every Monday, you see on the top here on the 6th, I have Monday. Went down, I put a 3. That's 3 hours of Zoom time for that Monday. Next Monday, I put another 3. Next Monday, I put another 3. Oops, that one's off. But it should be here. Next Monday, I put another 3. Now, when I add these going across, that's 3, 6, 9, 12. I had 12 this month. I had a total of 12 last month. That gives me 24 total for the program. Next month, this 24 will be in last month's, and I'll have probably like another 12 plus this 24 is going to give me 36, and so on. And this number right, this 24 is going to get bigger and bigger. And once I hit 216, that means my RSI hours are completed. All right. So that is it. That is your on-the-job training form. All right. You'll have your trainer sign in on the bottom here. You will sign it here, date it, make a copy of it, get it turned into myself or Michael Burt, the copy, and we will get it put in your file. You take the original, put it at your station. Since these are monthly, once you have 21 of these whole forms, once you have 21 of your on-the-job training forms in your file and at your station, that means it is time for you to file for your exam. All right, so keep track of that. Keep count. You should be able to look in your station right now and count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, I have 5 OJT forms. That means I need 16 more months and I can file for my exam. All right, so keep track of that stuff. All right, I hope this video helped you out. Thank you, and I'll see you guys soon.